Well, hello, my fabulous friends. Hope you're doing well. Well, we're going to spice things up again, and we are going to now use the Parlor Sybil, another deck from France. It's in French and in English, so we should be able to read these ones quite nicely. And these ones are very thick, so I can't shuffle them the way I normally do. But I want to ask the cards. Neil Sean insists that Harry is sending cards and letters and whatnot to the king, but he's not hearing anything back. So is Harry going to try to intercept the king in Canada while he comes to Canada next week to open up our parliament? Also be his first visit as king. He's been here many times as a Prince of Wales. This will be his first visit as king, and then once he's here, it opens the doors for the other royals to come and have official royal visit. Yeah, I don't know why I'm trying that. As per protocol. I think Anne has been here for something, maybe Remembrance Day or something, but as head of a military, I think. Anyways, then we would be allowed to have the Prince and Princess of Wales to come and do a proper royal tour of Canada, right? So that's the difference. So, anyways, let's find out. Number one, has Harry been trying to reach the king by letter? Because obviously not by phone, but by letter. Has he been sending cards? Has he been sending... Neil Sean insists that Harry sent a card of congratulations to William becoming with the Order of Bath. And so let's ask that first, and then we'll ask, so is he going to try something when the king is here in Canada? Shall we begin? Oh, look. Oh, did you see that flip? Death. What? Well, that card has been played, so we better leave that on the table. And then these would have been down like this. Wow. Whoa. Disappointment. Country house. So is the country house, does that mean a different country house? Flatterer. Well, yeah, trying to flatter, put out the olive branch. Coral. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say he has disappointment. I'm going to say no, just because we have the death card here, which is endings and no. I mean, do you know a stronger no than death? Gossip. It might just be gossip that he's trying to get through. Trap. Ooh. Oh. Is this a trap to see who's gossiping? Right? We've seen this before. Illness on top of the flat. Yeah. So he's flattering his father by saying, I want to contact you before you die. And he's flattering by saying, I know you're sick and I want to, he's coming in at that direction. Not, I apologize for being an asshole. He's coming in a direction, he's flattering that, you're so lucky I'm contacting you before you die. A widow. A little money. A man consultant. There might be a third party involved here. So maybe somebody in staff, perhaps, who knows? Maybe Harry has some medical team that is perhaps reaching out to his father and saying, because we do have the illness card. Whose illness? Is this the king's illness or is this Harry's illness? which would be like a mental illness or whatnot, reaching out and saying, you know, do you mind helping out here with this man consultant? So there is a third party involved here. A widow. I'm trying to see what if that means. Is he telling his father he's leaving Megan? Is this a lawyer that is reaching out and saying, I can confirm they are separated, or I can whatever? There's something to do with Megan here, though. Tenderness. And look at so with children, maybe he is baiting King Charles with his children. Absence, missing. Oh yeah, tenderness and absence. Frolic, entertainment. I think again a more children. Lawyer. Oh, so this is the lawyer. Here's the lawyer. A dark-haired woman. A dark-haired woman and a gift. So we've heard rumors that she has sent them part of her as never or as if. I'm thinking that, look at this, a dark-haired woman writing and lawyer here. And a gift. I'm wondering, this is something to do with the children. This is definitely something, whether maybe she's signing a piece of paper that Harry can take the children out of the country. Because if you, even if you're together, if you're together or divorced, the other parent has to give permission for you to leave the country with your children. So I'm wondering if this is something here, this lawyer and dark-haired woman. There's something here, he's baiting King Charles with the children. He's definitely baiting, yeah, but he wants the ending of the quarrel, and there's a mediator there. So I think there is something to do with these letters, but I'm wondering if they're written by Megan. But she did, that is true, she did send them a poison apple. Anyways, now let's ask. So they are trying. The cards are very clear. They are trying. I'm going to say that there is a third party involved. I'm going to say that perhaps they are using Charles' illness as a doorway in, or they may be using Harry's mental illness as a doorway in. That, you know, to complete his healing, his therapy or whatever, he needs the support of his father or some such thing, or acknowledgement or something like that. So something in there is true. We didn't get any response from the king, though, did we? So I'm getting that. I think that in some respect, we did see that if this is to go through, Harry cannot be with Meghan, cannot be with that woman. All right, so now let's ask, is Harry going to reach out to try and get to the king while he's in Canada? Maybe thinking, oh, you know, I can pop by and for a spot of tea out of Mummy's tea can. Let's find out what's going to happen. Is he going to try and reach out or somehow get to the king while the king is in Canada? Let's see if we get Journey and see if he's going to try and cross the border. Flatterer, yeah, flatterer. A dark-haired woman. Well, we know who that dark-haired woman is, with her fancy schmancy scribble hook writing. Enemy, victory, and soldier. Well, that would be Harry himself. Um, hmm. You know, this is Mercury, which is messenger, enemy. Let's see here. Revelation. Look at another letter. Um, Maybe Megan's going to get through somehow. Frustration, displeasure, enemy. I think Megan is actually going to be the one who pokes the king in the eye while he's in Canada. And they're going to start to get really frustrated with her efforts. Marriage, victory marriage. I think there's going to be something that, you know, that Harry and the children will be bait and somehow. Um, Loss of money. Yeah, these two are broke. They're broke as hell. Frolic, entertainment, Cupid. You know, I'm gonna say I'm gonna say that Megan sends something and it somehow breaks the ice with the soldier. Sadness, tears. Perhaps they get a letter cease and desist. Hey, maybe they're poking for a response, poking for a response, poking for a response, and they get an FO letter. Sadness, tears. So that's children. Sincere friend. Lawyer again, lawyering up. Thief, and the man consultant. And absence. Yes, there is definitely some kind of concerted effort while the king is in Canada. You know, you think about it, they pretend that they have like Justin Trudeau in their back pocket, even though he's not involved in politics. He's very good friends with the Governor General. Maybe this is the man consultant here. So he pulls the Governor General's ear and, you know, let's ask the cards. Tenderness. A widow again. Gossip. Townhouse. Townhouse and journey. That's the one I was looking for. Let's ask the cards. Is Harry going to try and go to Canada? Right? And you don't need big plans to go to Canada. Like, trust me. You don't need a visa. You don't need to apply, you know, weeks in advance. You can cross the border any day you want as American citizen, as long as you don't have any like, as long as everything's in order. You have your passport and you don't have any crimes on your passport, right? Otherwise, if you're just a normal citizen and have a passport, you can go across the border every day if you want to, and there's nothing stopping you. So even if, you know, there's no official itinerary right now, there's nothing saying he can't hop on a plane and be here within hours. And I'm wondering if Justin Trudeau is going to bend the Governor General's ear. And let's find out. Is Harry going to surprise his father in Canada? Is Harry going to surprise his father in Canada? Shall we begin? Cards are very clear. They are reaching out. Quarrel. So is that kind of like, I'm here, what are you going to do with me? Get out! Illness. Death. Sincere friend. Lawyer. Is that the Governor General and a representative? Is there something going to be like, Dad, I really want to see you before you die? This is the card they're playing. Normally play the race card or the idiot card or whatever, but they're playing the before you die, Dad. It's this sincere friend. I honestly wonder if this is not the Governor General protector, a visit, frolic, entertainment, thief, the man consultant. There he is again. Marriage, coming together, a dark-haired young man. I'm going to say he's going to try. I'm definitely going to say he's going to try. Now, this marriage card, I don't think this is an actual marriage. You know what I think this is? This is the official opening of Parliament that the king is going to do. It's like an official engagement, right? Almost a marriage between the monarchy and the Canadians in that respect. I think he's going to try. And I think he's going to get in through the back door, through the Governor General, of people of like Justin Trudeau that he knows. And I think there's a couple of other ones he pretended to be friends with. Obviously they can't ask Jessica Mulroney, but they can. Trudeau is really good friends with the Governor General because the Prime Minister is the one who puts the Governor General forward. Like, it won't be much longer and Mark Carney will have his own Governor General. And we may even see a new one maybe presented to the king while the king is here. I'm probably not, because she has to kind of host it. I think that's what's going to happen. And don't be surprised if we hear something about a surprise visit. And it's going to be a surprise visit. I think that this protector here be like, what are you doing here? Get out. And it's going to be like during some kind of party, because there's all kinds of dinner parties and soirees, I guess you could call, right? Everybody got to be fancy schmancy and, put their pinkies up. And, the king is here. So I think there's going to be something. But I think there's, oh, look at that. The doorbell rang right when I said that. There's going to be something. All right. Well, on that note, YouTube's going to show you a video you possibly haven't seen. Why don't you click on that? And I will see you over there. Thanks for watching. Take good care. Bye for now.